Quick review on the Claud Butler Alpina 29er. This is another bike that we do sell here in store. It's an entry-level mountain bike, retails at 500 quid. So it's for you people that are just getting into mountain biking, or somebody who wants something a bit better quality to ride to work or do some trails, canals and things like that on it. If you've been starting off on a cheaper bike, you will feel the difference between this bike and a steel cheap 200 150 quid bike. A 500 quid bike will feel a lot better. Claud Butler, been going a long time, 100 years or so, part of the Tandem group, which is also Doors and some other brands like British Eagle, the cheaper stuff, and Squish, the kids bikes. This one is a 29-inch wheel, so it's a longer wheelbase, it's a bigger wheel, it's a bit more of a single track, less of a trail centre bike, but it's good if you're just getting into it and just starting, or you just do mild trails really. So pros and cons. Pros with this bike: aluminium frame, 6061 alloy tubing. This one has been upgraded. This is one that I've sold to a customer previously, and we've upgraded some bits for him. It's just come back in for bits and bobs to be done, but pros anyway. Aluminium frame, 6061, lightweight, nice tubing, nice shape to the tubing, hydroformed, which means that the tubing has been shaped by pumping hot oil into the tubes to make them into a nicer shape, something a bit more stronger, something that gives better contact points for where they're being welded to the different tubes. So you've got a top tube and a down tube here, welded together for a bit more strength, and the shape of the tube, it's been shaped so they don't need to weld a gusset on, and it gives a big contact area to weld to the head tube there. So that's a nice point to the bike. You do get, you can't really see them much on here, but they do tend to flare the seat stays and the chain stays out to give you a bit more mud clearance, because it is designed in the UK, and generally bikes that are designed in the UK do give better mud clearance on the frames because it's muddy in winter. So frame wise, it's a nice frame. If you look down here, you've got this section here that the chain stay and seat stay are welded to. Gives it a bit more strength than welding them together onto a small plate. It's got a detachable gear hanger on the other side, so if any problems happen, it snaps the gear hanger rather than destroying the frame, and you can replace them. It's a relatively well-known one, relatively easy to get one, so you can pick them up on the internet for next to nothing. In most shops they'll be 15 quid. The bike comes with Suntour forks on it, so SR Suntour XCTs. They do the job they need to do. You've got a lockout on there, mechanical lockout, switch it on and off, so it'll lock the forks out. You've got adjustable preload on there to adjust how hard or soft the forks are. There's no damping adjustment on these forks at all, so they will be a bit more bouncy. The seals are okay on them. They do tend to start rocking at this point, you know, after a couple of years of riding. This one's been rolled quite a lot over the last year. Now this bike does normally come with skin wall tyres on there, which give it that retro look. Customers changed them over to complete black ones because he prefers them, but I do like the skin wall look on this bike, but he's changed it over. These are a 29 by 2.25, so quite a wideish tyre, and you've still got a fair bit of clearance either side of there, down by the bottom bracket and up by the seat post. It's got a pretty standard size seat post in there, quick release, with a micro adjust post there. It's got the 2-bolt micro adjust rather than the one, so it's a bit stronger. This does come as a 24 speed, triple on the front and 8 on the back. This customer has upgraded it to a 10 speed on the rear and a double on the front, and he's also upgraded the chain set, which is a pretty standard chain set that comes on it, probably an SR Suntour or something like that. He's upgraded to a dual with an external bottom bracket, and a double on there as well, and he's put some sealed alloy pedals on there. The head tube is 1.8" straight head tube, so it's not the one that goes 1.8" to 1.5" tapered one. This is just a straight head tube. You can upgrade the forks, but there's only a point you can upgrade them to, because after a certain point the dual will start going tapered on the better quality forks, but you could still stick a set of RockShox on there. These Suntours, alloy lowers, alloy crown, but they'll do the job, like I've said. Wheel wise, rims, Claud Butler's own rim, 29 rim, relatively strong, black. They're not oileted. The hubs, that it comes with a set of centre lock hubs on there, which is good for a bike of this price, 500 quid. So you've got Shimano centre lock hubs and centre lock rotors. Brakes, it comes with Shimano hydraulics. Always do the job. They're reliable. Pads are easy to get hold of. Very easy to bleed. One of the easiest brakes there is to bleed. So nice and easy there. Bars, this has been upgraded. It's got its 6-pack kamikaze bars on there, which are around 35 quid. It does come with black Claud Butler bars on. These are 280s. The Claud Butlers are about 265, something like that. But you can upgrade the bars, or you can stick with a black stem. Claud Butler's own stem. Claud Butler spacers. Sealed headset. It's nice and smooth to ride. It is a nice bike to ride. It comes with an Altus 24-speed rear mech. This one's been upgraded to Dior. Upgraded to Dior, like I say, 10 speed. So it would come with a Altus 24-speed. You would expect 27 from some manufacturers, but 24 is more than enough. You can upgrade it quite cheaply nowadays. It's something we can do here for you without a problem. This has had a different seat put on it. It's got an Oxford comfort seat on it. It comes with a Claud Butler's own seat, which does match the bike a little bit better. But all in all, if you're looking for something that's an entry-level bike that'll do what you want it to do on the trails, and it doesn't cost too much money, then this is something like this is the thing to go for, really. They also do this in a 27.5 inch, which is also nice, with nice colours with the retro tyres on. If you wanted a bit more trail orientated than sort of single track, then I'd go for the 27.5. If you do more canal riding and, you know, straight line stuff, and you want a bit more speed out of it, or you want to maybe use it as a work hack or turn it into a hybrid by chucking some other 700C tyres on it, then you can do that. But it's a nice bike, it's a good bike, and I'd ride it myself during the week without any issues. I hope that helps you.